Because when you do end up going down the route of buying something to make you happy, you're on a hedonic treadmill. You're then buying the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And you get those spikes of happiness. There never is really long-lasting, fulfilling happiness.
So investing strategy number 1 is asking your employer about their investment scheme.
Finding out if your employer has, a retirement plan and
Yeah.
making sure that you're invested into it enough to cover the match that they offer.
What's strategy number 2?
The strategy number 2 is your own individual tax-advantaged investment account. This is an ISA in the UK. And this is where you put your own money after tax into an investment account. And then the money grows over time tax-free. So when you pull it out at the end, you could, with the UK, you could pull it out in 5 years and 10 years, or in retirement, then you could withdraw that money tax-free. So both of them have taxable advantages. One is when you put the money in, you're getting the tax advantages. The other one's when you draw the money out. But they both have tax advantages. And so you're putting the money in and it's growing tax-free. That's really a big deal. That's huge. That's money that's compounding for you and you're not paying tax on that.
But there's a limit.
There's a limit. Annually, it's 20,000. But
In the UK and the US?
it changes year on year. At the moment, I believe at $7,000. But with a quick Google search, you could stay on top of whatever the current limit is for the account or the taxable advantage account that you're investing in.
So I get paid, I put it into in the UK it's called an ISA.
Yeah.
And the limit is 20K. So if I put 20K in, let's say, if it goes to 100K because the investments go really well, is the whole 100K tax-free?
Yeah, you're not paying capital gains tax. You're not paying dividends tax.
So pretty much that's the first place everyone should really be investing if they want an alternative to investing in their pension.
Yeah. That's the first thing you want to cap out because of the taxable benefits that come with it.
Is it called a Roth IRA in the US?
That's right.
It says max contribution is $7,000 to $8,000 a year if you're 50 or older.
Yeah, the specific amounts depending on
who you are.
Where you are, yeah.
Standard employee contribution limit of $23,000. Interesting.
Whereas in the UK, it's just a flat 20,000 is the current.
And with my ISA, this tax-free ISA that everyone is eligible to invest in, do I then have to pick the things it invests in?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the next. Oh, we could talk about this now, actually. Yeah. So when you are deciding what to invest in, this is with the employer-sponsored account, the employer-sponsored retirement account, you actually just choose what risk profile you have, and it will do that investing for you.
So you'll say, I feel really risky, or I'm not very risky at all.
Yeah.
And it does it for you.
And it will invest on behalf of you.
Okay.
And so most people don't even realize that they're investing, but they are investing through their company if they have that employer-sponsored plan. Then the individual account is you doing the investing yourself. You're picking what to invest in. Yeah.
And what shall I invest in?
My principle with investing is very, very simple, and it's just keep it simple and do it for the long term. So I say index funds and target date retirement funds is what you want to invest in.
What's that?
An index fund, let's put out an index. Think of it as a list of companies. So the S&P 500 is a list of the top 500 companies, to keep this really simple. FTSE 100 is the top 100 companies on the London Stock Exchange. The fund is a pot of money that invests in the companies on that list. So by investing in an S&P 500, you've invested in a small piece of the top 500 companies in the US. That's what an index fund is. And so even if one company goes down, you're diversified. And so there'll be another company and the other companies will bring it back up again.
And what kind of performance can I expect from investing in the S&P 500?
Historically speaking, the long-term average has been 8 to 10% per year, depending on the years and the time frame that you're looking at. That is different to a one-year holding period. It could go up, it could go down, you just don't know. So the longer you invest for, the chances of you getting that 8 to 10% on average increase.
Is 8 to 10% going to make me rich though, Nisha?
How long are you doing it for?
You tell me.
If you have a lump sum amount that you're like, okay, you know what, I have 2,000 that I want to invest, what should I do with it? It's taking me 5 years to invest this. I would say 1,900 of that, don't invest it. 100 of it, invest. I'll say why I'm saying this. 100, I want you to invest it. For anyone listening, I want you to listen. I want you to invest that because I want you to see and feel the emotions when you see your money go up over time. Sure, it's going to be small. It's not going to make you rich investing that, but you're going to instill that good habit early on, and you're going to remember that, because the remaining amount, you're going to put that towards increasing your income. That's the first thing you're going to do. Think of your income as a river and your specific milestones, life milestones, as buckets across the river. So you have retirement, you have your house deposit, you have your car payment that you're all saving up for. Those buckets will fill up faster the quicker and wider that river is. That is your income that's coming through. If you don't have much of an income coming through, those buckets are going to take ages to fill up. That's why I say if it's taken you a long time to save that amount, I actually would recommend you putting that money towards increasing your income first before investing it. If, however, you have disposable income, you have a reoccurring amount that you can invest monthly, use that to your advantage, harness the power of long-term compounding growth, because that is the thing that is going to make you rich. Sure, it will take 25, 30 years, but that is leverage that you don't get through your day job. It's your money working for you without you having to be there.
So you would suggest, if you're really at that early level, to focus on increasing your income, investing in increasing your income?
Yeah, that's the first thing. If you're figuring out, okay, I need to increase my income, it's taken me a while to earn this amount, and I only have a lump sum of 2,000, 5,000, focus on increasing your income. Yeah, that's what I would say.
And how does one focus on increasing their income?
There are a couple of ways to do this. So the easiest way to increase your income is asking for a pay rise, increasing your responsibility, the work that you do, your contributions, and saying to your boss or your manager, this is the value that I've brought, this is the responsibility that I've taken on, this is what the market is paying for a similar role, and this is why a pay rise is fair. The other option...
Did you ever ask for a pay rise?
Multiple times. Multiple times.
When you were in investment banking?
Yeah. It's one of those things where if you don't ask, you don't get. Of course you'll get, but you sitting there and thinking the hard work is going to show without you asking for it, it's unlikely. You're going to have to build a case and say, okay, these are the things that I've done. This is the things that we said we were going to do, or I wanted to work on in my performance review, which is what I had. Get to the end of the performance review, and these are the things that I actually did, and this is where I went above and beyond.
So if I'm your boss, Nisha,
yeah.
If we just replay one of those conversations you had,
yeah.
You were sat in a performance review, and what did you say to me?
I would say, hey, Stephen.
Hey.
3 months ago, or 6 months ago, we spoke about the things that I needed to do to get promoted or to get a pay rise. And we mentioned X, Y, Z. And I've done all of those things here. And here is the feedback that I've got. Here is where I've gone above and beyond. And this is some extra things that other people, or the 360 feedback that I've done, and that this is what it says. Yeah, and that's when I'll say, do you think that this is the bracket that we discussed? Do you think that's fair?
Research shows that women are much less likely to ask for a pay rise. And when they do, they are less likely to get one compared to men. Is that kind of what you found?
Yeah, I've seen those facts, and I think it's really such a shame that when women ask for a pay rise, it may not be seen in the same way as when a male counterpart asks for the pay rise. And the factors that we can control are the being prepared, having the book of all the things that you've done. But I recommend, and this is things that I've done when I was in an organization and when I felt like even I was being paid less than my male counterpart, is speaking, firstly, if there's a HR team in your department, speaking to them and asking, am I online or am I aligned to the average for my department and for what my role is? They could give you a really good guideline as to whether you are underpaid or whether you deserve a bump to be more aligned to the general pay in that role. And the second thing is have an ally or have someone in your workplace that you'd always speak to, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a colleague, and it's worth always speaking to other people about money. It's such a taboo topic.
Yeah.
We hate it. We hate talking to someone else about their salary, what they're making. But the more financial transparency that we encourage, the more we can learn from each other.
Yeah.
Openly ask the person next to you, hey, this is what you get paid. As hard as that is, open up that conversation. But the other way to increase your income is actually through switching jobs, switching companies. Because there's so much research that's been done. And the most popular one is actually one cited by Forbes that says people who stay at the same company for 2 years or more, on average, earn 50% less over their lifetime.